is around us. It helps us move every day. Friction acts in opposite direction of our movement. It occurs when two surfaces rub against each other. Hello, my name is Blair, and welcome to Science is Cool. Today, we will learn about friction.
Friction or frictional force act when two surfaces rub against each other. Friction is a force that acts to stop the movement of two surfaces in contact. It is always acts in a direction which opposes motion. Nowadays, we neglect friction, but it must be taken into account in most practical situations. A force is a push or a pull acting on an object. We use spring balance to measure force. Force is measured in newtons. We use an arrow to show the direction of force acting on an object. The length of an arrow shows the magnitude of a force acting on an object. The longer the arrow, the stronger or greater the force. The shorter the arrow, the lesser the force. Resultant force is a single force that has the same effect on the object as all the individual forces acting together. It is a merge of two forces, force A and force B. If it is in the same direction, the force A and force B, it will add to its resultant force. If the two forces acting on an object are in the same direction, the object will move in the same direction as the forces. The resultant force is the sum of two forces. If the two forces acting on an object are in opposite direction, with force A being greater than the force B on the other side, the object will move in the same direction as the force A. The resultant force acting on an object will be different between two forces. The object will move in the direction of the greater force. What if both forces are acting equally on an object in the opposite direction? The object will not move. The resultant force is zero or equal. Factors affecting forces. There are types of surface in contact and the weight of the object. The rough surface gives greater friction compared to a smooth surface. The rougher the surface, the greater the friction. The smoother the surface has a less friction. Another factor that affects friction is weight. The heavier the object, the greater the friction. The lighter the box, the lesser the friction. Friction has advantages and disadvantages. One of the advantages of friction, it's able us to hold things in our hands, prevent from slipping away from our hands. It also prevents from slipping when we walk or run. It allows us to rest on the ground or in the table. Another, it allows vehicles to move on roads without flying away or slipping away. And lastly, it slows down and stops the car from moving away. The disadvantage of friction, it slows the object or thing from moving. Extra force is needed to overcome this force. It also wears out contact with surfaces such as our shoes and tires that contact the roads. It produces unwanted sound or noise when it wears out, just like our motor vehicles, and produce unwanted heat and damage in parts of our machines.
Let's summarize.
Frictional force act to impede relative motion between two surfaces in contact. If you apply force to move an object, the frictional force is a force that resists relative motion between two contact surfaces. It has an opposite direction to the applied force.
Friction can be helpful in our daily activity. Friction allows us to hold objects and prevent moving objects from slipping. I hope you gain more knowledge about our friction. Catch another episode next time right here on Science is Cool. I'm Blair saying bye for now, and remember that science means knowing. Because science is cool. Ciao!